You want a matte look, right? You want a poreless look, right? Okay. Just do what I say. No, I'm just kidding. Because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. Okay, starting off with cleansed and moisturized skin. I do have a skincare routine video, and if you are interested in seeing how I do my skincare routine, just click the link above at the end of this video. Jumping right in, I'm going to be using the Poreless Putty Primer, PPP. I'm using e.l.f.'s PPP. Ooh, don't say that too loud. I'm going to take my buffing brush by Morphe. This is the Morphe 173 brush, and I'm going to be using that to buff the primer into my pores. Okay, you want to put on a generous amount of your Poreless Putty Primer. Every time I say that, I get tongue-tied. To reduce the appearance of these pores. As you see, I'm going in on my smile lines as well. Okay, so once you come back and you look like an actual scary monster like I do, or look like your sunscreen just did not do what it was supposed to do, then you're doing something right. Next, I'm going to take my setting powder and I'm going to apply that on top as well, because you want to make sure you stay matte all day. So if you have enlarged pores or your skin is oily, this method is going to be great for you. Okay, now I'm going to go with my Maybelline Fit Me foundation. And you know, typically I go in with two shades, 360, which is Mocha, and 365, which is Nutmeg. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different. Since I'm trying to create that seamless, poreless foundation finish, I'm going to actually go in with my damp beauty blender. I know. It picks up a lot of the actual foundation, but in this instance, less is more, okay? What do you guys think? That coverage is smooth, right? Smooth as a baby's bottom. Now we're going to go in with our concealer, okay? Whatever concealer you choose, whatever concealer you use. But just make sure that you understand less is more in this instance. And I'm going to say that and say that and say that and say that over and over and over. That's all. That's all we're doing. That is all for right now. I'm going to let that dry down a little bit. Then I'll come back and blend that in. If you are new to makeup and this is your first time on my channel, make sure to check out my playlist, which I will link above. Take a look at my beginner makeup tutorials. That way you can catch up kind of to where we are, or hopefully help yourself to get to a place where you're just comfortable, okay? Because sometimes that's just all it is. It's just being comfortable with actually applying makeup and seeing how it will look. Child, do it on them days in which you know you ain't going nowhere and you got plenty of time. So if you make a mistake, you can correct it. And per usual, I'm going to go in and set my concealer. I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier setting powder. And remember what I told you. Make sure you press this in as you are applying it. Don't just sit it on top of your face or on top of your skin thinking that it's going to actually do its job. No, you gotta, everything with makeup, you have to push it into your skin. Can y'all see the difference? What do you guys think? This is in part how you actually create that flawless makeup look. Now we'll move on to adding the rest of our steps, and then I'll come back and show you how to apply your blush and highlight. So you actually want to keep those pores at bay, right? So you want to put on some blush, you want to put on some highlight. My suggestion is to make sure that your blush is a matte blush. What I'm using today is from Ulta, and it is their Ulta brand Trio. And I like to just blend them kind of all, but for the sake of the video, I'm just going to use one. I'm going to use the middle one, okay? Yes, I know. It's a lot. I know. Calm down. Calm down. Okay? Keep it matte. Right. Then you take your finishing powder, which is what you saw me hold up from Sephora. That's my finishing powder. And my gigantic buffing brush. I go over it just like this. But I'm patting it in and blending it upward and in. Just like so. Now, I still like mine like that because I like for you to see that there is some color on my face. So, and then I'm going to go back in with a little bit of my bronzer. Just to make sure I didn't knock it off my face. Okay? Okay? Alrighty, we are back. Now we're going to do our highlights. I have set my face. I have done my eyes. Blink, blink. And I'm going to be using the Artist Couture from Jackie Aina. This is the oldie but goodie, but I'm going to be using the shade LeBron. The secret to making sure that your pores don't come through when you actually are doing your makeup and you get to the highlighting part is to highlight the parts that your pores aren't on. That's it. That's the secret. So I'm taking my brush, it's just a little duster brush, and with this I'm going to place it right here because this is where I don't have my pores. See that? Right on top. Right here, not the lash, but on the face. I'm taking my sponge, right? The actual sponge, and I'm going to press it in right there so it just stays right there. You see this side better. Okay. Lord, one thing I'm gonna have is some ashy hands, but that's what we do, okay? You make sure that you put it in the places that do not have actual pores, and you want to press it in with a beauty blender. That's that, honey. I'll be back to share my final thoughts. Yours, mine, ours. I could do this for hours. All right. I always ask y'all, what do you think? But today I'm going to give you my thoughts, okay? I have done this routine more than once, and I will tell you it does last. It looks exactly how it looks on camera in the sunlight. I'm happy about that, and the sweat does not come seeping through. I did use two setting powders. I meant two setting powders. Y'all seen what setting powders I use. I did use e.l.f. This is the setting spray I used, one, and I also doubled down with a matte setting spray as well. So I really feel and believe that if you try this actual foundation routine, that you will love it. Now, we're here for the Poreless, so let me know what you think down in the comments, okay? Don't hold back, don't hesitate. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. All right, y'all, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and y'all come on back. Now you here? All right.